Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to start with a new grammar topic and the name of the topic is modals. What are modals? Modals are auxiliaries or helping verbs that express attitude or conceptions of mind. What do I mean by express attitude? First, let us understand the meaning of the word attitude. Attitude means a person's behavior, that is, how a person reacts in a situation. Each person shows a different reaction in a given situation, and that is attitude. What is conception of mind? Conception means how we conceive or understand a situation. Our mind reacts differently and comprehends the given situation differently. For some, the action may be gleeful, for some sorrowful, for some delightful, for some disgusting, etc. etc. So, to summarize, we can say we react and understand the same situation in our own way, and hence it is necessary to understand the usage of modals in a sentence. Let us learn this topic step by step. There are 16 auxiliary verbs in English. Be, have and do are primary auxiliaries. May, might, can, could, must, shall, should, will, would, ought to, need, dare and used to are called modal auxiliaries because they are used to form certain moods for English that has no inflected verb forms. What is this inflected? Prescribed verb forms. We can express such conceptions of mind as ability with can or could, possibility with may or might, permission with may, might, can or could, obligation with must, ought or have to. Modals are called defective verbs as they cannot be used in all tenses and moods. Now let us see the uses of modals. The first and second one that we have taken are can or could. The place where they are used are, that is, ability, permission, request and possibility. Let us see some examples where both can be used. Ability: I can speak English. I could play hockey at the age of 8. What does can talk about? Can talks about the present ability and could talks about the past ability. Let us see how can and could is used for permission. Example: he can take rest now. The students asked if they could go home early. Let us now see how can and could is used as request. Can I go for a walk, please? Could I have that dictionary, please? Look at the way the sentence is framed, and both of them are interrogative because the request is in a form of interrogative sentence. Now let us see how it is used. Can and could is used as possibility. Can her statement be true? The tiger could be anywhere by now. Look at the possibility. Can her statement be true? Is it possible that her statement be true? And the second one, the tiger could be anywhere by now. There is a possibility that the tiger may be anywhere by now. Let us see the uses of may and might. May and might are used in sentences for request, permission and possibility. Request: may I go for a walk, please? Let us see how may and might is used for permission. You may use my pen for a day. He might enter the class next period. One more thing I would like to tell about may and might is, may is a possibility which is going to happen for sure. Might is a remote possibility. So keep this in mind. Let us see how may and might is used in possibility. As it is, may and might talk about the possibility only. So let us see possibility. Anil may come today. It might rain today. Let us see the use of will. Will talks about determination, promise, future action, threat, habitual action. Would is the past tense of will. Determination, will use as determination. Example, I will complete the work. Will use as a promise, I will teach him English. Will to show future action. Let us see, I will come tomorrow. Let us see how will is used for threat. I will dismiss you. Will as a habitual action. Farmers will sow seeds just before monsoon. Let us see the usage of would. Would is used as a request, wish, past habit, determination. Let us see request. Would you mind writing this address for me, please? Would as a wish. I wish it would stop raining. Would as a past habit. He would often sit there and think about his childhood. Would as a determination. He would not lie. Let us see auxiliary verb ought to. The uses. It is used as necessity, fitness, duty, probability. Ought to as a necessity. You ought to do your work. Ought to as fitness. You ought to know computers for your post. Duty. We ought to love our parents. So here it is a duty. Ought to as probability. We ought to win the match. Let us see the usage of must. Must is used to show determination, duty, necessity, prohibition, command, compulsion and moral obligation. Let us see determination. Must as determination. We must finish our work now. Must as duty. You must tell the truth. Must as necessity. You must take your medicine. Must as prohibition or command. Students must not eat in the classroom. Must as compulsion and moral obligation. You must repay your debt. Let us see uses of shall. It is used to show command, promise, threat, determination and compulsion. Let us see how shall is used as a command. You shall not come to my door again. Shall as a promise. They shall have a holiday tomorrow. Shall as a threat. He shall be punished if he doesn't obey them. Shall as determination. They shall work hard. Shall as compulsion. You shall come to school at 7 a.m. Let us see the modal should and its uses. It is used to indicate duty, condition and advice. Should as a duty. We should obey our elders. Should as a condition. If it should rain, we shall have a holiday. Should as a advice. You should not play with fire. Now let us see the next modal, need. Need as a principal verb. Need is used in the sense of require. Example, she needs help. As an auxiliary verb, need expresses necessity or obligation. It is used only in interrogative and negative sentences. Example, he need not seek my permission. Need she do it again? Let us see the 12th modal, dare. Dare is used to denote challenge in affirmative sentences. Example, dare he say such a thing to me? Dare is also used to make interrogative sentences. How dare she behaves in this manner? Let us see the 13th modal, used to. Used to is used to indicate discontinued habit or repeated action. Let us see discontinued habit, how it is used. She used to live in this house some years ago. Used to as repeated action. She used to dance before marriage. So these are the 13 modals with their uses. As I have taken them individually, by looking at the pictures and by looking at the sentences, you will understand them well. And I hope that you will use them correctly in your sentences. Till we meet again in our next video. See you. Bye bye.